Hello, everybody. I'm Pastor Jerry Hilligoss, and I'm so glad to welcome you tonight to our first ever virtual vacation Bible school here at Florida Station Church of God. This week, you're going to be learning about our kingdom heroes from the Bible. And our first character that you're going to be learning about is Abraham. I know that you're going to have a glorious time studying about these people and their foundational faith. I look forward to hearing your stories and hearing all the exciting things that are taking place as you go through this week with us. Have a great night, everybody. Hey, everybody, this is Pastor Jerry Hilligoss, and I'm here to share with you this week's power verse. Faith means being sure of things we hope for, and faith means knowing something is real even if we don't see it. Hebrews 11:1. Again, faith means being sure of things we hope for, and faith means knowing something is real even if we don't see it. Hebrews 11:1.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Florida Station Church of God Bible School. And our Bible school is about superheroes. And our superhero tonight is Abraham. And Abraham was a friend of God's. He listened to God and God talked to him. And we want to learn about a lot of superheroes this week. We have 5 superheroes to learn about. So tonight is about Abraham. And we're going to watch a small movie, and it's going to tell you all about Abraham and how he listened to God. And then after the movie, we're going to have a little skit to watch from the youth at Florida Station Church of God. Hope you enjoyed the movie, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.
The Lord said to Abraham, "Leave your country, your family, and your relatives, and go to the land that I will show you. I will bless you and make your descendants into a great nation. You will become famous and a blessing to others. I will bless anyone who blesses you, but I will put a curse on anyone who puts a curse on you. Everyone on earth will be blessed because of you." Abraham was 75 years old when the Lord told him to leave the city of Haran. He obeyed and left with his wife Sarai, his nephew Lot, and all the possessions and slaves they had gotten while in Haran. When they came to the land of Canaan, Abraham went as far as the sacred tree of Moreh, in a place called Shechem. The Canaanites were still living in the land at the time, but the Lord appeared to Abraham and promised, "I will give this land to your family forever." Abraham then built an altar there for the Lord. Later, the Lord spoke to Abram in a vision. "Abram, don't be afraid. I will protect you and reward you greatly." But Abram answered, "Lord, all-powerful, you have given me everything I could ask for, except children. And when I die, Eliezer of Damascus will get all I own. You have not given me any children, and this servant of mine will inherit everything." The Lord replied, "No, he won't. You will have a son of your own, and everything you have will be his." Then the Lord took Abram outside and said, "Look at the sky and see if you can count the stars. That's how many descendants you will have." Abram believed the Lord, and the Lord was pleased with him. The Lord makes another promise to Abram. The Lord said to Abram, "I brought you here from Ur in Chaldea, and I gave you this land." Abram asked, "Lord God, how can I know the land will be mine?" Then the Lord told him, "Bring me a 3-year-old cow, a 3-year-old female goat, a 3-year-old ram, a dove, and a young pigeon." Abram obeyed the Lord. Then he cut the animals in half and laid the 2 halves of each animal opposite each other on the ground. But he did not cut the doves and pigeons in half. And when birds came down to eat the animals, Abram chased them away. As the sun was setting, Abram fell into a deep sleep, and everything became dark and frightening. Then the Lord said, "Abram, you will live to an old age and die in peace. But I solemnly promise that your descendants will live as foreigners in a land that doesn't belong to them. They will be forced into slavery and abused for 400 years. But I will terribly punish the nation that enslaves them, and they will leave with many possessions. 4 generations later, your descendants will return here and take this land, because only then will the people who live here be so sinful that they deserve to be punished. Sometime after sunset, when it was very dark, a smoking cooking pot and a flaming fire went between the 2 halves of each animal. At that time, the Lord made an agreement with Abram and told him, I will give your descendants the land east of the Shihor River, on the border of Egypt, as far as the Euphrates River. They will possess the land of the Kenites, the Kenizzites, the Cadmonites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Rephaites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Girgashites, and the Jebusites.
Listen to my instructions very carefully. Hop on one foot and wave your arm like a lasso. Stop. Buck like a chicken and do the chicken dance. You can stop.
Do you trust me to feed you something good? It's dog food. Open.
Hi guys, it's Christy. We're going to be working on a craft tonight about your story, kind of. Your story is about Father Abraham. Father Abraham, or Abraham and Sarah, the whole bunch in there is a lot of great stories. But what we're really focusing on overall is how much faith he had in God. When God told him to do something, he did it, which is kind of hard to do, as you know. So we're going to be making a thing tonight to remind you, to hang in your room, to remind you to follow what God says all the time, even when it's hard, okay? So in your little packet box thing, you got a black piece of paper with a cross cut in the middle, okay? So I want you to get that out, and then you also got a really little sharp thumbtack with a thing to hold it by. So what you're going to do is go all over this paper and poke tiny little holes all around, all over the paper. Just keep poking them all the way around the cross. The more you have, probably the better it will look. Okay. Keep poking them in. I'll give you just a couple minutes to do that because it does take a couple minutes. But you want to make sure and put them on both sides also, because they're going to be little stars all the way around the cross. It'll be really pretty when you get it all done. And at the top, just all the way around, it's kind of like a night sky, I guess. Okay, so I don't know if you can see these little holes poked in here. Then you have this piece of yellow tissue paper. It's real lightweight tissue. So what you're going to do next, turn this over. You will see that on this paper with a cross, on one side you have a piece of tape. You're going to have black tape, but it's going to be taped. Use that as the back, okay? So lay it up so you can see the tape, all right? Then take your glue stick. Now, I put it on pretty good, but I would just go around the edge because, I'll tell you why, glue stick will fill in your holes, and you don't want your holes filled in because you want to see them, all right? So just go kind of heavy around the edge. Then line this up so that you cover the whole black with yellow, okay? And smooth it out so the whole thing is covered and really nice. Make it really nice and smooth. Okay, then when you're done with that, take your scissors and just trim up the edges so that it's all black. You don't want the yellow sticking out. That doesn't look good. Just go all the way around. Should be about the same size, but just trim it up just a little bit. It makes it look a lot better. Okay, I think go over here. Okay, now you can probably see the light through. Can you see it down? Okay, can you see it? Can you see the holes if I hold it in front of the light? So you're going to take this and you can put some little tape or something on the back of it and stick it in your window. Now, it'll look a lot better, especially if you have several holes, but it will look a lot better in a window because you're going to put it where the sun comes through and you'll see the cross, you'll see the stars coming through, and you can remember that you can shine your star, you can shine for Jesus, just like Father Abraham. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.